Hey everybody, we're taking a look at number 5. A rectangle with an area of 96 square centimeters has whole number side lengths. What is the difference between the greatest and least perimeters of the rectangles? This question's a little bit tricky. So that means if it has an area of 96, one potential dimension for the rectangle could be 96 by 1. 96 times 1 is 96. Now the question is, what would the perimeter be? Because remember, the formula for perimeter is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And if we take 2 times 96 and then we take 2 times 1, we will end up getting 194. Let's put in the P here. All right. Now another potential whole number dimension for this would be 2. 2 is a factor of 96. 2 times what equals 96? Because remember, length times width, if we multiply these two things together, we have to get the area of 96. The inverse operation to figuring out what the length would be is to divide these two numbers. If we divide those correctly, we will get 48. All right, if you apply these two numbers to this formula right here, you will get 100. Let's review where that came from. 48, 2 times 48 plus 2 times 2, which would be 4, equals 100. All right, the next potential number that could be the width is 3. 3 happens to go into 96. It's compatible. It's a factor. If we divide 96 divided by 3, we would get 32. All right, and if we apply these numbers to this formula, in other words, 2 times 32 plus 2 times 3, we will get perimeter of 70. All right, now remember, the question is asking us, we have to find the difference between the greatest perimeter and the smallest perimeter. Now, you may be noticing that the numbers are getting smaller as these numbers become closer to one another. But let's still proceed. 4 is a factor of 96. If we do 96 divided by 4, we would get 24. And if we apply these numbers to this formula, 2 times 24 plus 2 times 4, we would get a perimeter of 56. Now, 5 is not compatible with 96. If you do 96 divided by 5, you will get a decimal, and the question did mention about whole number lengths. 6 goes into 96. If we do 96 divided by 6, we will get 16. And if we apply these numbers to this formula, 2 times 16 plus 2 times 6, we would get 44. Seven does not go into 96. We'll skip that. 8 goes into 96. If we do 96 divided, lose my voice, divided by 8, we would get 12. And if we apply these numbers to this formula, 2 times 12 plus 2 times 8, we would get the perimeter. If we do that correctly, we will get 40. All right. Now notice I don't have 9 on the list. 9 does not go into 96. You get decimal answers if you divide it in. 10 doesn't go in. 11 doesn't go in. 12 goes in. But if we put that in, aren't we just going to get the same numbers we have up here? And if we found the perimeter of this, we would still get 40. All right, so basically we have all the numbers we need to look at right here. They're interested in the highest perimeter and the lowest perimeters. The only thing you have left to do is to subtract those. The phone is ringing. Subtract those two values and you'll have your answer for number 5. Good luck finishing.